Hey guys, welcome back to the Vid-Bits. I'm Bray, and as promised, we're finally finishing off the twin princes, Lorian and Lothric, and I'm pretty excited for this because I felt like I was really close last time. I either was being too cocky or not aggressive enough. So, being too aggressive or being too aggressive or not aggressive enough can get you killed sometimes, or maybe you draw the fight out too long and use all your heals, but I digress. Alright, I need to remember that I have to reset this stupid elevator every single time. So when I go up here, I need to stand at the back of the elevator and then run over that little center part, because if I fail the fight, I want to be like, this is a two-way elevator. If I don't send it down, it'll be a different elevator that sends me further down. Like, it's kind of hard to explain if you haven't played a Souls game, but I'm sure most of you kind of understand where I'm coming from. I don't want to have to repeatedly do that. So a little trick here is if you don't move, it just breaks that first teleport move. And he just doesn't teleport to you properly. He just does his own thing. Just gotta breathe, take it easy. So the first phase is fighting Lorian by himself. Oh, he's that holy attack. I had completely lost sight of him for a second. You don't want to do that. Alright, just kind of whittling him down. I might need to do a little bit of leveling. It could make it a little easier, but I feel like the windows... it's crazy, I haven't done any practice since the last stream, but I definitely remember the timing. He's one of those bosses that has such a heavy hand that if you're not being smart about it, you'll definitely die. Like that, I didn't dodge enough, and I knew I didn't when I was doing it. I don't know. The Dark Souls is one of those games that if you mess up, it's because you made a mistake, and likely you're knowledgeable about that mistake when you're doing it. Like you realize it in the moment. So at least the next time when that happens, you're less prone to making that mistake again. I like this weapon because you can just get a flat boost to damage by pressing LT and sharpening it. Ooh, I dodged too close. I thought I was dead. I need to heal. It's the first run. It's a warm-up anyways. Just trying to get back into the swing of things. You essentially just get one attack. That's the other thing, is it looks really sophisticated when I play, but like if you're going and you're just swinging recklessly after each attack and trying to get as many in as possible, you're gonna die pretty quickly. You literally get one attack per window, typically. Like, if you go for more than that, you're gonna get yourself killed. I need to back up again. I got out of the rhythm. You can use these pillars to your advantage a little bit. Just heal up, take a breather. Okay. See, like, one hit does a hell of a lot of damage. You want to wait to dodge at the last possible second, like right before he does the holy attack. But that is the end of the first phase. I'm gonna take a second to hydrate myself. I heard Dad on stream earlier remind you guys to hydrate, and I love to hear it. I love when any streamer or anybody really reminds other people to take care of themselves, because I feel like it's a good judge of character. Holy shit, Skippy the Bard. I ain't gonna be able to join today, bros, but enjoy the stream. Keep it up. You guys rock.
Lothric's prince.
Man, much appreciated. Big shout out to Skippy the Bard. I don't know what the conversion is to USD, but I don't care. I really appreciate it. That's so generous of you, man. And it's actually his 10th super on a live stream. Shout out to Skippy the Bard. Always showing out on the Dark Souls streams. I'm sorry that you won't be able to join us, but I appreciate the lift up. Like it's I'm invigorated, man. I'm ready. Right? Like literally in the middle of the boss fight. Shit. Oh my gosh. I'm a little discombobulated, but that is so generous of you, man. Okay. So, oh shit. So now there's some ranged attacks coming from Lothric, and Lorian pretty much acts the exact same way. So, oh! So the main thing you have to look out for is, just supporting my favorite creators. I'll be sure to join the streams in the future. I appreciate the love, Skippy. I always love seeing you in chat, and like every time, you know, when I see someone for the first time, I, you know, remember, especially when they have a unique name, right? And then they come back and I see them again and again, even if it's just a couple comments like, hey, just checking in, you know, like I love that you constantly comment. I think there are people who watch a lot and sometimes they don't realize that sometimes just saying hi, you know, just showing a little bit of love in the comments, like that means so much. Like as someone who's started a smaller channel, like we have videos that have 100k views or whatever, but they don't have any comments. Like, so that doesn't, like, having a stream where you get to watch people comment consistently the whole time, like, you really feel like a different type of engagement than just, like, the passive comments on more popular videos. Like, I guess it doesn't help that, like, our most popular video is like a Cuphead video with no commentary, so it's probably harder to connect to the content because there's no voice behind it, which I hear that coming from people a lot. But then again, other people just want to have a passive, you know, video going on with the gameplay instead of having someone's voice type. So I can understand that. But like, to me, man, I love that live streaming has given us the opportunity to talk to people on a consistent basis. Like Pandas, like Panther, like Skippy the Bard, like all of these people, like Musicus Dominum, like all these people that we're able to connect with and consistently check up on and play games with, or talk some of our favorite video games, you know, discuss classics, games we should play next, stuff like that. Like I wouldn't give that for the world. Like there's no price tag that would make me like be able to get rid of that. I feel like that level of socialization is not found in any other like form. Like video games in general is what I'm referring to, but streaming too gives access to a whole different level of outreach. Wow, it's just, I'm still like taken aback a little bit, like just fantastic. I need to calm myself down a little bit. I am still a little hyped from that dono. Wow.
This spot
Ooh.
marks our grave, but you may rest
I'm thinking I need to
too,
level up a little
if you
bit.
like.
Maybe just a tad. Or I guess I could use a more powerful weapon. I mean, this scales with strength, right? Okay, so I'm gonna head back to Firelink. Part of me wishes that I would have got like a super strong two-handed weapon. I guess I do have this, but it requires 50 strength. Like, I would have had to completely spec out to strength to be able to even wield that. That's the thing, is like, you get all kinds of weapons in Dark Souls, and you probably stick with like the same 3 or 4 throughout your playthrough, the ones you get comfortable with. Like, you only really change it up if you have to, because like the boss has a resistance to it, or you know, some other reason like that. Yeah, I can't wield any of these crazy two-handed weapons. What about the... I beat the game with this last time. I did a strength dex build like this one. I guess I could just level that up at Andre a bit and attempt to use that for the fight, just as an alternate option. I still can't believe that, like, we've gotten so many new fans just from playing such a variety of games. Like, once I started playing Dark Souls 3, like, it's one of my favorite games, don't get me wrong, but like, I didn't think people loved it as much as they do. Like, people really love the Souls games, like, so much. And I mean, I get it, but like, I thought it was one of those things that like, it was kind of still less popular, but I guess since Elden Ring came out, it's just such a large community, and I wasn't really aware of that. Like, I knew it was like at least a cult following, but wow. Like, people love themselves some Dark Souls 3, even possibly more than the other games.
It wasn't neat.
I think it's my favorite. I do still think it's my favorite Souls experience, and a lot of people will disagree because it's just such a popular pick or whatever, but like, I feel like it just makes the most sense. As far as the engine goes, the quality of life changes, and the wide variety of cinematic experiences, like the boss fights and the music, like I don't think anything really really hits home quite like this one. Like, I love Dark Souls 1, and I appreciate what Dark Souls 2 has to offer, but they pale in comparison to this. And I'm excited to do some of the stuff that I haven't even played yet, like the Nameless King. I didn't even know Nameless King existed when I first played Dark Souls 3 and beat it. After I beat Lords of Cinder, I was done. Okay, so I need some large Titanite shards. I think I can buy most of these from the Handmaiden at this point. Is that what her name is? Yeah, Handmaid. Is that these? Yeah, I'll buy 5 of them. At least I have a use for all these souls. We had a subscriber hop in here. Let me think of his name. I know it. It's just been a second since he's been in chat, so I'm blanking.
Ashen One.
I'm thinking of his Dark Souls character. I think his Dark Souls character's name Ava or something. What is his name? Damn, that's gonna bother the shit out of me, because I typically remember everyone's name, at least people who like come in consistently. That's gonna bother the shit out of me. Karzak. I knew it. I knew I would come to it. Yeah, Karzak is the goat.
Be careful.
I remember him coming in here and just tossing me a bunch of free souls. I'm like, that's just gonna make it easier, because I had told him, like, I have beaten this before, and I'm trying desperately to get to the point where I can fight Nameless King and go to the Ring City and the DLC stuff, because I've never played that. So like, I'm trying to at this point to get to like unfamiliar territory. So it's nice to make it so I don't have to like spend a bunch of time on or off camera grinding souls, because I'm not the biggest fan of monotonous grinding. Alright, so I managed to level my great sword up to 8, which puts it at a pretty good spot. My only thing is I wish I could get it to scale a little better. I hope I didn't just dump a bunch of resources into that for no reason, but I do like I like it as a two-hander. We'll give it a shot. That's the only thing I will say is they make me really scared to level up weapons in the Souls games. Like, I feel like I never am really comfortable dedicating limited resources. Like, the fact that up until this point you can't buy Titanite shards, you can't buy large Titanite, and you still can't buy the chunks or the slabs. Like, it makes me very apprehensive to level weapons up. The only reason I leveled that greatsword up is because that was what I used to beat Soul of Cinder, so I know it's good enough. I don't think I maxed it out at all. So if I were to go on my personal account, I don't think that this would be maxed. I just want to give it a shot. Ugh, a horrible weapon art. Not a good weapon art at all. I really wouldn't use it unless there's like a boss that maybe you're like right up on, but I would recommend just the heavy attack and the light attack. It's very slow though. I don't think I reset the elevator last time. Oh, I'm fat rolling. Oh no. I don't think I thought this through. I hate that. I guess I could change armor or something a little... How much more do I have to... Is it literally 0.1? Ugh. Maybe I should have leveled dexterity up, or is it dexterity that garners equip load? 'Cause shit, do I hate fat rolling. There we go. I covered the difference. My armor doesn't look quite as good though. I was a big fan of the armor that I put together, even though it was really just smashing 2 sets together. The Undead Legion set is definitely one of my favorites. Now, if you're like a super Dark Souls lore nerd, what are these? What are these eldritch horrors beyond my comprehension flying around in the background? Like, because they literally seem to be like bone dragons or something, like, or like, I don't know, they just look creepy. And I've always wondered what they're called. Ugh, they're very off-putting. And if you were there for the stream when we fought the dragon armor, or the dragon slayer armor, they actually fire like an attack from the sides of the bridge. So they are an enemy that I think you can kill, but like not now that they're not like associated with the boss fight. But then again, I don't know if they even take damage. Ugh. I'm getting discombobulated. Oh. I was looking at the weird flying demon things. Alright, so I don't know why I did that. Just walked around in a circle. Okay, so as long as I reset this every time, I'll be good. How's everybody doing today? Me and Dad figured we'd get things started pretty early, you know? He did a little stream a bit ago. They made a new NES game, essentially. I'm not quite familiar with the company, but essentially there's been like a demo for a Rugrats game that they actually limited run games put on a real Nintendo cartridge, but it's available on PlayStation, Steam, and maybe Nintendo? I'm not sure. Actually, I'm not even sure if it's on PlayStation. Alright. I already broke rule number 1. And that is, don't move off the start. I honestly am not too sure that this is better than the Butcher's Knife. Maybe I do a little bit more damage, but I feel like it's still kind of okay.
This spot marks our
I feel like
grave,
it
but you
makes
may
me
rest here
too,
too, if
it
you
leaves me
like.
too open. I wonder if there are any rings that I've possibly missed that could help me. I could probably retire the life ring, right? There's no way that actually gives 70 HP. That's the difference. 70 HP. Curse and Frost. That's a really good ring if you're fighting enemies that are specifically inflicting you with those. I should probably use this, right? That might be a gimme, the Hornet Ring. Now let me rearrange my stuff a little bit. Let's go back to that other armor I was using. And yeah, I'm sticking with the Butcher Knife. I think I might just dual wield it a little bit for slightly higher damage output. And then I should probably level these shields up, but I don't know, like, it's one of those things that sometimes you wonder, like, how important is it? Because most bosses in Dark Souls kill you in 2 to 3 hits. So as long as it's not taking a whole lot of damage off the bar, if the shield isn't, like, perfect, it still's gonna get the job done. I mean, I didn't really level a shield up at all until, like, the past couple bosses, and that was just because they were staggering the shit out of me and I needed a slightly better stability. But, like, in general, I feel like you don't need to upgrade your shield that often. Some people don't even play with his shield. That's the other thing, is you have to think that some people don't even use shields. So it's gotta be possible without it. So I'm not going to dedicate a whole lot of important resources that I could use elsewhere to a shield. This is still one of my favorite helmets. I love the Undead Legion. The Abyss Walkers? I think that's what I either call them Abyss Walkers or Watchers, and I end up getting myself, like, so confused that I just forget whatever they're actually called, if I'm being real. That's why I said the Undead Legion. Yeah, and I moved again like a dumbass. I literally was showing you guys like, hey, you know, don't move. Yeah, so look at that. That's 80 damage difference, and I have a speedier response time, and I can up my damage onto me. I don't know that dual wield sword is much. That other sword's much better. Look at that, 275. So 25 damage. The difference is negligible. And the fact that I can have an optional shield with this build, yeah, no chance. I feel so dumb for investing all of my shit into that sword. But I had to learn somehow. Do a quick attune. Yeah, I was getting a little greedy. One dodge. One. Literally, that's how you fight him. Where is he?
This spot.
I hate him. He loves hiding behind those pillars when he does that attack.
If you like.
Damn Lorian. Yeah, but once again, another big shout out to Skippy the Bard. The GOAT. Be sure to take care of yourselves. Drink some water, eat some tasty food, spend some time with your loved ones. You know, get a little bit of time off your phone. Sometimes I neglect to do that, and then I realize how like uneventful my day really was, that like half of it was sitting on the phone. It's just like, I don't know, sometimes you don't really realize how much time you spend scrolling on Instagram or whatever. Or if you're gonna consume media, do it on YouTube. I'm one of those people who is just starting to advocate for more watching of full-length and live YouTube videos. Don't spend as much time on shorts or on TikTok or on Instagram Reels, because I totally get the appeal. I use some of those apps, but at the same time, like, it's just, you think you're getting information, but a lot of it's like a nothingness. Like, you're having to look at so much content you don't care about, that whatever valuable stuff is present is almost like lessened. The value's been lessened because you have to spend so much time to consume it, right? Like, you have to watch so much other stuff to watch what you wanted to watch, or what you were truly interested in. Whereas on YouTube, it's just a quick search, and you can watch whatever you want. And you can watch someone else experience that thing in full instead of like half-ass. Like, don't get me wrong, we make shorts, but I hold our shorts to a higher level than a lot of other shorts out there. Like, some of our stuff is very off the cuff, like our video game pickup stuff, and that's fine. But when I make like a produced short that's like video game like content, I want it to be something I would want to watch. That's one of my main rules for content creation in general. Will I watch this? Would I watch this? And if those answers are no, like, I don't expect anyone else to want to consume that. Why would you want to? Like, truly, why would you want to watch something if the person who's making it doesn't want to make it? Or wouldn't want to watch it themselves? And I think that's where these top creators get their ideas, is it's like, what would I want to see? And that's how you should drive your thought process. Truly, because you're trying to create your community around like-minded individuals and people who like the same kind of things you do. So you want to pick the people. I mean, you want to pick the topics that would get the people you can align yourself with. So, you know, for us, it's such a wide variety of things. It's almost exclusively video games. You know, but it's so many different genres of video game. You know, I like the Soulsborne kind of games. I like platformers. I like shooters. I like RPGs. But I can't say I really like turn-based RPGs, but Dad loves them. So, like, we can cover such a wide variety of types of game because certain things that I don't like, Dad likes, and certain things that he either doesn't like or isn't that interested in, I like. So we can expose each other to those things, and maybe I just haven't found that RPG that the gameplay really calls to me, or the story or characters really call to me. Don't get me wrong, I appreciate the RPGs that demand appreciation, the Final Fantasies, the Suikoden, the Earthbounds, Super Mario RPG. Those games demand your respect as a game. They love you as a person consuming the product. So they throw in, you know, little Easter eggs. They throw in love letters to the industry. They include things like that, and that's why you have to love those games. But I wouldn't say that I can play any turn-based RPG and be like, man, I just love this. Because it's not for me. It's not. But someone out there, that's their favorite type of game, and I can appreciate that. And I can appreciate what turn-based RPGs do for that person. I know that my mom and dad both love turn-based RPGs. They both have a shared love for that. Whereas I feel like I personally, you know, it has to be such an intriguing plot. Like, the plot has to be compelling to me. So Final Fantasy VII, as someone who really does care about the environment and care about the world, I can empathize with the plight of those people. You know, the people who have no access to sunlight, that are trapped under the plate, and the fact that there are freedom fighters trying to at least do something to help those people. Like, that's a compelling plot line. But, you know, I'm not necessarily out, you know, for the super overly artsy, super anime inspired RPGs, I guess you could say, because I don't know, I'm not in for fan service or, you know, some of what that has to offer. But some, you know, there's someone out there who loves the way that the art style is, loves the way that the different transitions go. Like, the other thing is, like, RPGs rely solely on aesthetic. I feel like aesthetic and story are what pushes an RPG, so if I'm not sold on those things immediately, it's kind of hard for me to want to love that. Whereas games like, you know, Dark Souls, it's still an RPG. You're still playing a role. It's almost like a tabletop RPG in a way, because you actually invest in stats and have an active character. Like, so, you know, stuff like this, I totally can get the appeal, and I do think that this should be classified as an RPG, because that's what it is. It's just not a traditional turn-based RPG. But you say RPG to some people, and they just immediately think that's what it has to be. Such a very broad group of games that includes. I need to get more towards the middle. This is one of those bosses that it's just so much patience. You can't rush it. It's kind of like Dancer. The boss isn't necessarily hard once you remember, like, once you've done the dance. Once you've fought Lorian and Lothric enough, you know, it's not super demanding from you. Like, you saw that first, I think it was the first run I did. I was just dicking around, talking to chat, doing it very effortlessly. Whereas now that I'm trying to focus on it, it's funny, I'm doing worse. But I'm also trying to to look for the pattern. You know, sometimes it takes me a couple tries to get back in the groove, you know? Alright. I've just been resetting it this way every time. I feel like it takes dramatically less thought than doing it the other way, where I ride it all the way to the top and then have to run over the plate at the right time. So I've been wondering, right, after Dark Souls 3, what games do you guys want to see? I mean, we had a couple that me and Dad were talking about internally. I guess the only spoiler one I'll tell you is Fallout, and I think that's for an obvious reason, but we don't really know quite if we want to hop in right now, or we don't even know what game we want to play, so I feel like it's kind of due to, like up to viewer suggestion. Like, whatever you guys really want to see next is what we're going to do. And if there's ever a series that we've already done and you want to see us continue it, go to that video and comment on it. And I guarantee you that within a reasonable amount of time, we're going to pick up and play that series again. You know, because sometimes it's just all we're waiting for is someone to say, hey, why haven't you guys done this yet? Hey, it's been months since you've played this game. Can you play it? And other times it's just because we get a little sidetracked and we want to play a little bit of something else. But as far as Borderlands is concerned, that is on the way. We'll definitely be working on another episode of that this week. But you do have to consider the fact that, you know, we have to coordinate with Pandas, because we definitely want to keep him in on that. I love playing games with our subscribers, so I'm not going to just cut him out when he's been part of that the whole time. So, you know, we'll be working on a new episode of Borderlands sometime this week. Definitely plan on doing an episode of BioShock probably here soon, just because it's been a little bit since we've worked on that. What else? What else do we have? Probably a Minecraft stream to show the new things that have been going on our community server. So anyone who donates or is a member gets access to that. So actually, Skippy, that makes you eligible. You can now hop in and play on our community Minecraft server. If you're watching this down the road, I know you said that you were going to be at work and you weren't able to watch the whole stream, but I did not turn myself on Do Not Disturb. That threw me completely off guard. I didn't turn my personal account to Do Not Disturb, and then Winkle Badinkle.
If you like.
Winkle Badinkle went online. I don't even know any of these people anymore, dude. Like, Xbox friends, when they change their names, you just, like, unless they, like, keep in touch with you consistently on, like, a weekly basis, like, you have no idea who they are after a couple name changes. Like, I wonder who Winkle Badinkle is. Probably someone I played with a couple times. Like, but yeah, if you ever want to add us on Xbox, just type in the Vid-Bits, and you could send us a message, or you could even, if you see us online, you could even shoot us an invite possibly if we're not busy, and we'd love to play with you guys. I accidentally went all the way down instead of doing what I was supposed to do. I think I just need to get focused. I'll definitely beat it. Why am I running the opposite direction? Okay. So I kind of wish that it would just reset itself, but it's such a small critique. Okay. Don't move. Just need to remember that. One, two. Why am I trying for 2 hits? I know it's only one.
This spot.
Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself.
But you may
I'm
rest
truly
here
getting
too,
ahead of myself.
if you like.
Alright. It's game time. The real deal stuff now. I say as I'm running the wrong direction. So I can't help but notice, right? These little statues that have the head of Frampt from Dark Souls 1, the weird serpent guy that you can like decide to team with at like toward like for the one of the endings of the game. Like I guess it's the secret ending, like, and they're like, or I think there's another one. I don't remember his name. I just remember Frampt. But like one of them wants you to link the flame, and the other one wants you to let the flame die. And then I know the canonical ending is the flame keeps going. Because then the canonical ending of this game is the flame dies. So like there's the job of the undead, or the chosen undead at least, is you're destined to link the flame, right? But there are so many chosen undead that are either unable to link the flame, or abandon their duty, such as the Lords of Cinder. All of them were, like the player character, were tasked with linking the flame, and they decided not to. You actually have to fight all of the Souls of Cinder to get to this boss, I do believe. Or the Lords of Cinder, I mean. I think I said Souls of Cinder.
Spot.
I am just shit.
But you may rest here too, if you like.
It's only one good ending as always. What's your favorite Dark Souls game? T7TQ. Because I've only finished this one. I haven't finished Dark Souls 1. I was so close, and then I think what it was that is my save got corrupted. 3 and 1, yeah. I agree. I think there's too much of a departure from what I appreciate about the gameplay of the Souls games in Dark Souls 2 that I feel like until I'm like deprived of Soulsborne content, I'm not gonna be like going and playing Dark Souls 2 anytime soon. I'm just not, I don't know. It's not what I come to the series for. It's just such a shift. And there's a reason that they went back to the Dark Souls 1 combat system in Dark Souls 3. It just works better. And then Elden Ring just further, works on that same system. I'd love to play Sekiro, though. That game looks phenomenal. I hear it's also super fun to speedrun, So that's pretty cool. You know, me and Dad both have our respective games that we like speedrunning, so when I hear that a speedrun is at least kind of accessible, I get a little excited. Alright, one. I did an extra dodge just in case. That holy attack gets me worried. Yeah, you literally get the opening for one attack after each swing if you take the opportunity immediately. I dodged backwards instead of to the left. That was my fault. Alright. I might want to go back to using the shield occasionally, honestly. Where is he? I feel like the shield just helps block some of those attacks that I am not thinking about or am too stupid to realize are going on. Alright, one hit. One hit. Back the fuck up! Okay. I'm gonna go for a little double swig. I'm definitely gonna pull the shield out again. I think it was helping. Especially considering the difference in damage is not too much. I was reading chat. I do think Sekiro is the best Souls game along with Bloodborne, even though I haven't played Sekiro. Damn, that's pretty high praise. I haven't played Bloodborne either. The only Souls games I've played are 1, 2, and 3, or Soulsborne games. I played 1, got really far in it, and then my save corrupted. Then I got 2 and 3 for Xbox One, and then I played 2 and hated it. It was just too much of a departure. And then I got 3. I beat 3, at least all the way up till Lords of Cinder, and really enjoyed it. I've seen so much footage of Bloodborne and Sekiro, and you know, the soundtracks both, you know, are awesome, and I just love how different they are of an experience from, at least thematically, from Dark Souls. So I'm excited to get to the point where I play those games. I kept seeing Dark Souls 3 on my shelf because I own it physically, and I just kept thinking about the fact that the first time I beat the game, I didn't fight one of, like, the most critically acclaimed bosses of all time, Nameless King. And I really felt kind of stupid. I feel like, man, I missed out on this experience that is supposedly so difficult, but so rewarding. So it's almost like the goal of this stream is to get there and beat that. Just because, like, once I beat him and the DLC, I can feel like I've truly beaten this game one time. Like, I've beaten the base game once without a couple optional bosses. I wouldn't say he's my hardest boss in Dark Souls 3. I just haven't fought Nameless King. Like I said, the first time I played through it, I didn't know Nameless King existed. And I also didn't have any of the DLC. So, I don't know. I really don't know that I've fought all the bosses. So, I don't know that I could... Well, I know I haven't fought all the bosses, so I don't know if I could say one in particular for the hardest. What do you think is the hardest boss in Dark Souls 3? People say it's Lords of Cinder, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't feel like I struggled too much on that fight. And I've heard enough people say that Nameless King is harder that I guess I just assumed that he would be one of the hardest ones in Dark Souls 3. I don't find... it's weird. Dark Souls 3 is a lot more fair than 1. I felt like a lot of Dark Souls 1's bosses are just straight up unfair. Or, like, it takes a lot to manage the fight. Like, you have to do a fuck ton of running or something. I don't know, my favorite bosses are, I thought Aldrich was, or Aldrich, however you say it. I thought he was just such a fun fight. I don't know, there's something just very mystifyingly creepy and evil about him. Like the fact that he's literally propping up, is it Gwendolyn? He's the boss in Dark Souls 1. Just so creepy. Like, he's literally, like, piloting his corpse like a puppet. And even using some of his attacks from Dark Souls 1. Like, ugh. The Dragon Slayer armor was really fun, too. Okay. I knew I shouldn't have gone for another attack. What am I doing? Stupid. Sister Frida?
This spot marks our grave, but you may rest here too.
Is that a
if you
DLC
like.
boss? Sister Frida. I'm gonna Google real quick. Sister. Dark Souls 3. Final boss. Oh, it's the final boss of the Painted World of Arendelle. Okay. I could see that. Oh, God, I just hit my knee. Oh, that hurts so bad. Anyway. Shit. Okay, anyways. Yeah, I'll definitely let you know my opinion when I get there. Like I said, the goal of these streams have kind of been just to catch up where I left off on my personal playthrough. So it's an added bonus that you guys get to see the build up to that. I think the boss that I spent the most time on. Let me think. I don't know. I spent a lot of time on Dancer my first playthrough because I was just really impatient. Sister and Nameless King both breaks the game. Nameless delayed attacks and Sister moves pattern is mad crazy. Yeah, I feel like you can notice that in small increments with other bosses, but I have heard that Nameless King's delayed attacks are crazy. Like, certain bosses will kind of switch up if they realize you're either healing or like doing a certain movement, but I've heard that Nameless King will literally like almost like jitter and quickly like either swap his attack or like alter his movements, but like I've also heard he has long ass combos, like ugh. I hate that you have to reset this elevator every time. Nameless King is the mix-up boss. I'm excited. I don't know, like, that just gets me stoked. I love hard bosses. I love difficult encounters. I think that's what makes me really enjoy this game, because it's like, it seems like such a rewarding experience. Like, sure, I may take a few hours to fight a boss, but that is more rewarding than the boss that I just ran in and train wrecked in the first attempt. Like, there's a reason I don't talk about Gundyr. Champion Gundyr, if you watched my stream, I literally beat him first try. I just ran in there and kicked his ass. Like, so, you know, the easy bosses in Dark Souls are the ones that you don't remember or you don't really care about. I also broke my own rule there by moving, when I literally said the first thing you should do in this fight is just not
This
move.
spot marks our grave, but
I was
you
also
may
reading
rest
chat.
here too, if you like.
Sister Frida has long combos too. That is what makes it hard. But, okay, the problem with Champion Gundyr is he is the exact same fight as the first time. So once you've fought regular Gundyr and died or beaten it, the pattern is attack for attack the same. But he doesn't evolve, or there's no second phase. Like, I think hands down he is the easiest boss. Maybe Vort being one of the only contenders that is easier, but I don't know. I felt like Gundyr, after you fight him the first time, like, I don't know. I also have beat Gundyr with the deprived loadout, so I feel like to me that all you have to do is know the pattern. Yeah, I don't know. I think that just some of the bosses are perfectly balanced, but to me, I think Champion Gundyr could be a little harder. I'd like you to rewatch my fight with Champion Gundyr. It was eloquent. I don't know. I feel like maybe it's just the build I have. Maybe it's because some people would say maybe I was shield spamming. Yeah, I know. I'm so bad about resetting this elevator. I was doing it consistently, and then I kept forgetting to do it, and then it's getting me all messed up. So, run to the back. Ugh, I hate that you have to do that. I don't know. Champion Gundyr is one of those. I don't know. My friends had problems with it too. I think it's just because of how telegraphed his attacks are. Right. The charge is a little difficult to avoid. I can see where you're coming from with that. But like I said, if you died enough at normal Gundyr, you have to apply the same kind of logic, and it takes a little longer, but I feel like if you're in the same mindset as fighting him initially, it's not that hard. Plus, on the first run, it's just like the first time you fight him. If you like this time you pull the sword out in the initial fight, that first run you get extra damage. As soon as you start the fight, you can start damaging him. You can stack hits like right away. I'm so focused on talking.
But you may rest here too, if you like.
Alright, I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna lock in, and I'm gonna beat him. Spink, I don't think I'm better than you at the game. I really don't. Because I haven't completed a level 1 run. So you beat a level 1 run, so you're better than me. Like, how can Like, I don't think that's like, I don't think you should be trashing on your skills because it took you 1,000 hours to beat a level 1 run. I've never beat a level 1 run. I haven't tried. That's not true. I have tried. I just gave up, like, let me think. Oh, I reset it. I gave up like a quarter of the way through. I don't know. My problem is like you. I couldn't get the pair. I'm not the best at parrying, and there are times that you have to, and I'm just not good at parrying. Also, okay. Also, it didn't take me 1,000 hours to do it. I played the game for 1,000 hours by that point and then did a level 1 for funsies. Okay. I get that. The first time I beat this game, it took me 60 hours? Which, I don't know if that's good or not. Like, that includes the like, I don't know. There's a certain level of, like, getting used to the boss fights. Like, there are certain bosses you gotta die on like 40 times before you remember all of the small nuances to the fight. You know, all the charge attacks, all of the extended combos, you know, and whatnot. I think that's what makes every subsequent run easier, is because you already have that muscle memory. You don't have to build it for the first time. When you build it for the first time, it is so much more difficult. It will take you a dramatically longer amount of time to complete the same task. Alright, don't move. Like, I just break that rule like every time because I'm just talking and not even thinking. Alright. I'm gonna go mute. One. That's the combo attack. It's the 3-piece. I'm not gonna go for that. I'm gonna regen my stamina. Where's he at? Never lose sight of this asshole. He will punish you for it. That holy attack takes pretty much your whole health bar. If you've taken any amount of damage, it'll probably just one-shot you. Okay. One. Shit. You can kind of abuse his hitbox. Where is he? Okay. Sharpen. Come at me. One. I thought that was going to be a 2-piece. Like that. One. That's why it's nice to have a shield. Just for the occasional one you miss. Shit, I missed that attack. And I decided to dedicate to another one. Oh, that was a 2-piece. One, more, right? Alright. Now you good. It took me 100 hours to get the platinum after 220 hours. Oh, and I got the plat after 220. I think it was 80 hours by the time I beat all the DLCs. See, that's the thing. It took me 60 hours just to beat Lords of Cinder. No Nameless King, no DLCs.
My brother.
You ever try using an ultra on this boss? It's hell. Yeah, you literally have to go for single swing attacks. That's why you see me going one, just to make sure that I'm not like. This is a very dodge heavy and patience kind of boss fight.
Is our curse.
All right. What the fuck? Chat. He doesn't know I'm here. He doesn't. It's because I haven't moved. He doesn't know I'm here. I'm just gonna drink some water. This fucking AI is broken. I mean, I get it, he's blind, but couldn't he just turn around? I'm assuming it's because I haven't moved. And I'm also, like, I'm probably, like, right behind him. Like, I don't know how it happened that I was standing right here. Okay. How much you want to bet? I asked this right now, he attacks me. No? I was so I got a hit on Lori. I got a hit on Lothric with that? Wow. I don't know that I've ever got I don't typically use like super large clubbing weapons, so I've never really gotten damage on Lothric without taking Lorian first. That's pretty cool. I think that's a first for me.
This spot marks our
That's
grave.
funny. I was so focused on the fact that he was frozen that I got completely out of battle mode because I was so perplexed by the fact that he just didn't care. He just completely ignored me. Like, I was in the perfect spot right behind him where he just forgot I existed. Yeah, I've never seen something like that. That was something special. I'm glad I got that on stream. Like, that is so odd. I keep forgetting to reset this properly. Wow, that was just such an odd glitch. Yeah, I was aware of the one with Abyss Watchers, but I didn't think that was possible anymore. Oh yeah, Spink said, I think Abyss Watchers was patched out. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. This is for real this time. That just caught me so off guard that I just didn't know how to react. I was perplexed. Because that was what I was waiting for, was to see where I spawned in. I was like, damn, I'm right up on him. And then I sharpened my weapon and he didn't do anything, so I was just like, what? It was just kind of off-put. Why did I move? Because, like, he does kind of work that way. If you don't move when you first come into the fight, then he will just teleport to nowhere. So they really have coded blindness into Lorian's AI to an extent. Like, if he has to have some sort of visibility on you to be able to target you at all. Or maybe you have to be moving a certain amount for him to be able to recognize that you exist. Like, I don't know, there's some sort of nuance to his AI, because that's why that teleport bug happens, where he just teleports to nowhere. And then starts doing an empty combo to the air. Alright, I need to get in the groove. Just need to breathe.
This spot marks our grave.
It's like, nah,
but
you're not
you
gonna
may
sharpen
rest
your
here
weapon.
too, if you
I bet I
like.
didn't send that elevator back down. This is just another reminder from me to you to hydrate yourselves. Drink a bit of water. It's always important to be hydrated. Sometimes I stream and forget, like, I'll be like 3 hours into a stream and I haven't had a sip of water. I'm like, that's why I feel horrible. Alright, did I reset this? I don't think I did. So I don't know if I asked you, Spink, what's your favorite Dark Souls game? I guess that includes any Soulsborne. Because personally, like, I still prefer Dark Souls 3 to Elden Ring. Dark Souls 3, agreed. I just think it really has the best balancing. There's enough quality of life improvements from Dark Souls 1. Gale is the greatest boss in all of gaming history. You're getting me hyped, chat. Get me hyped for all these bosses I haven't fought. Alright, one. Thought those were gonna be lengthy combos. One. What am I talking about, lengthy combos? His longest combo is 3 hits. Where is he? Okay. Sharpen my butcher's knife real quick. This has been super fun to play through with. I've used it for most of the bosses since I've got it. Okay, I need to back up. I also was getting cocky. I don't know why I went for multiple hits. I know that that's not possible, really. There's like one attack, really, in his whole pattern that gives you that. You can get 2 hits right there if you start as soon as possible. That's pretty much it.
This spot marks our grave, but you may rest here too, if you like.
We got a dispute in the chat. Orphan of Kos, Gale. Kos is better than Gale. How? Gale's lightning is the one issue I take with this fight. I have no issues with Kos. Both of them have similar highs. Okay. I can always appreciate when you have at least some reasoning for your opinion. Some people will be like, this is the best, and I will provide no context or nuance as to why I believe that. I'm trying to think. I mean, Soul of Cinder was such a satisfying feeling when I beat him for the first time. So I feel like that's really my highest moment that no, the first time I beat Ornstein and Smo on Dark Souls 1. That still is whew, I can feel that sense of relief now just thinking about it. Gale's lightning is more balanced than Kos. It's perfect literally and not spammy. Spring says, substantiate that claim, sir. Sometimes it's just more like this person is more capable of dodging their attacks because it just makes sense to them in their head. more. Something like I don't know, like for example, I don't find Champion Gundyr to be difficult, but others find him to be incredibly difficult. So like sure, some bosses have an easy way to beat them quick, but Gundyr, as far as like the whole fight goes, I felt like just took the least amount of effort. I mean, unless Curse Rotted Greatwood is not really a difficult fight either. Just need to breathe. Oh, I missed that. That's okay. Where is he? I'm gonna resharpen real quick. One. I should not have gone for that second attack. I feel like Lorian gives you such a clear opening for heals, though. Like, you definitely know if you're safe to heal or not. Oh shit. That could have been bad. The problem with attacks like that is sometimes if you're closer than you realize, the travel distance, like, I don't know, the delay between how long it takes to get you and it's been, like, when it's been sent, sometimes you don't account for it properly because, like, you're used to tackling that attack from a farther distance, if that makes sense. Okay. One. Okay, he's gonna do a holy attack. Alright, so that's the end of phase 1. These magic missiles are like the main thing that you have to worry about. It's like the only thing I tend to get hit by. So that's why you kind of have to use the pillars to your advantage. Okay. I was being a little too rambunctious, per se. Yes. Magic missiles hit the pillar, please. Makes it vastly easier. He's gonna teleport again, isn't he? He hates when there's too much distance. Damn target lock. It gets you sometimes. It'll just snap, like it'll lose, like you'll lose focus and it'll just snap to a random direction. Leave me alone. I need to build stamina. Maybe heal. Okay. Play it safe. I need to use the pillars to my advantage. I could also not lock on at that stage and then just do a series of dodges in another direction. Oh, that was such a bad time to have started that attack. I really thought I was clear for that. An opening. Alright, I'm starting to get more familiar with Phase 2 again. I have used a good majority of my heals, though, which is not good. Right? One thing I do know is I want to be... When I take Lorian out, I want to be dual-wielding my sword and doing the most amount of damage possible to Lothric. Do this. Go in and finish Lorian for now.
Oh, dear brother.
Alright. Not bad. I'm out of Estus. Not good. Not good at all. Alright. I can use an Ember. So I get one...
This spot marks our
Never mind.
grave, but you may rest here too.
Never mind.
If you like.
Okay. But I am more familiar with that second phase now, so I feel a lot more confident, feeling good about it. I feel like $1 million. I mean, I feel like I could send some levels into strength, right? I mean, I don't have to, though. I'm going to catch up on chat real quick. Spink and T7 are just having a little bit of a discussion about which boss is more difficult. I'll never forget my experience with Koss. Anecdotal as it is, I beat Koss for the first time, no blood vials and a sliver of health left. A screenshot of the run. Okay. I'm feeling a lot more confident. Because essentially it's like a three phase fight, right? The first phase is fighting just Lorian, and then the second phase is when they come together, and then that's just the second phase is just broke up into 2 parts. Come on, I'm just trying to send the damn thing down. Oh, okay, so they're not arguing which is more difficult, but rather which is better. Okay, I understand, guys. That's why it's more subjective, I understand. Which boss is more difficult? It's kind of cut and dry. I feel like you just have to look at how many, like, who fights the boss and how many attempts it takes them to get through it. Koss is the hardest, of course. Is Koss from Bloodborne? Okay. I was wondering why I was, like, so unfamiliar with the name, because, like, at least in, like, with Elden Ring, like, I haven't beaten Elden Ring, but I've heard of a lot of the bosses, so I at least was familiar with that. I have had, like, so little exposure to Bloodborne, which makes me pretty excited. It's just going to be a brand new experience for me when I get around to it. That's one of those games that has just been sitting on my backlog for, like, so long. I felt like I had to like, something inside me told me that I had to finish Dark Souls 3 in its entirety first before I could go on to any more Souls games, and I don't know, there's like some pride within me that really wanted to take on Nameless King and do the DLC before I start another game that I haven't played. I wanted to really get all that this game has to offer before I, start a game that's going to take all my priority as far as this type of experience goes. Shit!
This spot marks our grave.
He threw me for a loop
You
there.
may rest here too, if you like.
It's weird. I don't like, this is one of those bosses that I felt was, like, kind of easy on my first run, But looking back on it now, it's just such a... It's such an interesting experience. Like, the first part's not bad, but once they're together, unless you're using the pillars to take a lot of the hits from that, like, magic missile attack he has, like, it's kind of hard. I don't think you want the PvP side of what this game has to offer. I do not. You are so right, sir. You could not be further from the truth. I've tried. I remember the first time I tried, and, like, some dude with, like, he was using, like, a horrible weapon, like some melee weapon. I want everything this game has to offer. Okay, that's for the most part, right? Everything that the developers included and intended for me to experience. The unknown horrors of what the PvP side of things has become is they probably don't know about that, right? I'm sure they don't expect you to be able to beat the best of the best in PvP. Yeah, all PvE, absolutely. I mean, obviously I skipped, like, I think the only thing I've skipped so far is the fire demon or whatever, in the smoldering lake. I just didn't do that. I don't know, I wasn't feeling it. Like, that boss wasn't super memorable to me, so I didn't feel like dedicating time to it. Chat, please, remind me to do this. I keep forgetting to send the elevator back down, and it's, like, driving me insane. Button. You think Lothric got these commissioned to be made? Like, outside of our chambers, I would love gargoyles with king's hats, with crowns. That would be badass. And Lorian was probably like, dude, you're totally right. That would be badass. Sometimes you gotta wonder with the architects in this universe. One. Shit. Alright. I just gotta be patient. One. 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 See, that's the attack I was talking about. That is one of the only attacks that you can consistently sneak a second hit. It's not really worth it, though, because you literally have to do it in perfect timing for it to not get hit. Right? Oh, I dodged too early. Get a little heal going. Oh, I thought that was going to be a double attack. Just gotta get a little distance. Ooh. Threw me off. I'm out of stamina. Alright. Should be one more attack. Alright. Oh. God, those magic missiles fucking kill me, dude. That's why... Okay, I just need to stop locking on for the second phase, I think. Like, I literally think I just need to stop locking. I think you can block a majority of his overhead laser, if not all of it. I think it's physical because Holy doesn't exist in this game. Really? See, that was the thing, is I kept assuming that was a holy attack, and I had to dodge it. Good thinking, Spink. I'm sure I could reinforce this shield a little bit more if I really needed to, but ultimately I feel like I am in a good spot right now. It's either physical or magic. Did I reset it last time? I did. Aha! I appreciate that, Spink. I'm gonna try to block it this time. No. Nope. I don't have a good enough shield for that. At least we did a little bit of myth busting there. At least with my current build, it is not viable to try to block that. Like, I always hold my shield out just in case I happen to get hit by it, but I wouldn't say that that's a viable strat to do. I think I just need to dodge it. I do appreciate the tip, though. Yeah, if I had, like, a magic shield, maybe that would work. I need to just be running for this part. Because they don't really hit much at all if you run. Oh! Why did I dodge right into that? I thought I was going to dodge, like, under his wrist. Alright, 1, 2... Nope. This is just another one that I have to go for, like, a single hit every time. It does an extra one. I did remember that. That Lothric throws like an extra deal to throw you off a bit. Ooh. Not good. He only seems to do that magic missile thing when you get some distance from him. Why did I go for a second attack, chat? Why? I knew damn well I wasn't supposed to do that. But I was like, yeah, fuck it, right? Right? Holy. He's got another one. Okay. bad timing. I didn't get any on that opening. That's so sad. At least I did a little bit of passive damage throughout the fight by hitting him while he was on his back. But that was pathetic damage. I was trying to sharpen earlier, and I accidentally had done an extra attack prior to that. See, that's what I was talking about being too close to an attack that you're used to dealing with at a distance. Okay. Oh, fully attack. I accidentally jumped and it literally killed me. That is so Dark Souls.
If you like.
The one time I accidentally hit left stick while I'm running and it gets me killed. I jumped into a wall, chat. Like, amidst the fight, I'm just like, yeah, sure, just dive into the wall. That's a good idea. I thought that was the one, in all honesty. I was locked in. I was ready. But everything happens for a reason. That was such a good lay, though. I felt like he wasn't being overly aggressive. I felt like I was able to get a good deal of work towards that. Shit. And I did reset it. So I didn't even have to do that. Okay. Just gotta breathe, drink a little bit of water. I really appreciate all the new people stopping in chat. Spink, T7, appreciate you guys. Love seeing new faces here. And I enjoy seeing you guys talk to each other too, interacting and, you know, seeing what each other's opinions are. And hell yeah, man! I'm glad to have you as part of the have you in the community, man. Like, it's just, I love that branching out to Dark Souls 3 has given us a whole new group of people and a new set of eyes on our content. Like, it was something that I was passionate about, but I wasn't sure if there was really, you know, a demand for it. I guess I thought everyone already had their favorite streamers and had already watched them play it, that maybe they weren't interested in it. Evidently I'm wrong. Heal, maybe a quick sharpen. Dodged too late. I thought it was like perfectly on time, but I did it too late. I don't feel like dual wielding is worth the extra damage that I get, because I feel like the protection that having the shield out and being able to toggle that occasionally provides makes this first part less work. So I can like focus on learning the second part of the fight. Just got one more hit. go. Alright, pull my shield back out.
This spot marks.
Oh, God, man! Fuck!
If you like.
Pardon my language, but I hate that. I hate when you're like, you're locked in, you're finally ready to get into the second phase, and you get shit on right away. Man. Sorry I got so passionate, but it's just frustrating. Like, that's the thing, is you literally have to, like, do a circle around him, and, like, you have to run away from the tracking missiles, and also hopefully not get caught by him when he teleports, and then you get a small window to do damage, and then you have to be on guard again. I wasn't expecting that either, Spink. I literally just, like, threw. Okay. Just need to center myself. Be calm. It's hard to be calm when the damn elevator went back down. All right. This is the one. I feel it. I feel it in my bones. No distractions. There's me and the game. Shit, good thing I was blocking. Dumb. This is one of those fights that you can totally dictate the pace of. He's gonna teleport. Luckily he didn't. There he is. But yeah, you dictate the pace of this fight. That's why you see me sometimes attacking out of nowhere, is it's literally to provoke him into another attack and keep it going. Alright, phase 1 done. Alright, I'm actually gonna just let the cutscene play, give myself a second to breathe. Alright.
Dear.
Use the pillar to my advantage. I hate when I get too close to the wall and I'm not able to keep an eye on the walls properly. Attack. It's right over there. I'm so dumb. I was trying to target lock him and I was getting blocked by the pillar right in my face. Dumb. I have spatial reasoning sometimes. I think that's why I die, because I'm like out of stamina.
This spot
Fuck!
marks our grave, but you may rest here too.
That was just bad on
if you
my
like.
part. That was not a good play. That's frustrating. I hate the I know this is such a small thing, but I hate the chairs in the tables in the boss fights. It is so annoying because they're always placed around the spots that are kind of able to protect you, like in Dancer. How there's all those damn chairs surrounding the pillars. It's like the same thing here. Like they have a bunch of chairs in these little candlesticks and shit that like you have to, if you roll into them, they stop your momentum a little bit. That's what keeps frustrating me, is like I keep getting caught up on small textured objects because I'm not paying attention to where I am in the grand scheme of the room. Like, spatial reasoning has kind of always been a problem for me personally, both in games and in real life, but I feel like in general I'm improving. As Parappas always says, you gotta believe. I've definitely had times where I was in that same spot that I was just in, and I was like completely alright. That time I was like, nah dog, I'm good. I mean, in that one particular instance, those chairs saved my life. I was in the middle of healing. Elden Ring has more of that stuff, man, and it's you can't break it. That would piss me off. Because at least as you go on through the fight, like, you're progressively getting rid of a lot of those things. Holy attack, or magic attack, at least. Dumb. So stupid. Sometimes he'll just sit there for a second. I need to let my stamina regen a bit. Okay. See what I mean? Sometimes he gives you an opening to either heal or buff up your weapon or something. Alright, there is phase 1 done with. Always seems to want to teleport in the direction I'm running. Like, every time I run away from the magic missiles, he just decides to be in my where I'm running. Like, I don't know, that was viable for me to do for a while, and then all of a sudden I just keep dying as soon as the phase starts. So I don't think I'm gonna keep doing that. I guess I'm just gonna panic dodge like I've been doing. It's just a bit frustrating to me that like I found a consistent way to dodge the magic missiles, and then more recently I keep getting myself killed, like instantly, like the second I start the second phase. I just hate when you start relying on a strategy that just doesn't seem to be consistent at the end of the day. You're right. You're totally right. There's little to no consistency in the series. The bosses all the time make decisions on the fly to react to what you're doing. Like that, for example. Sometimes he decides to do that holy attack or that magic attack at the front of the room. Other times he'll decide to just go in the corners. Completely out of view. I didn't even see that.
Marks our grave, but you may rest here too. If
I
you
need to
like.
get some air going. It is hot as shit in here. All right, I went and asked if someone in my household would be gracious enough to turn the AC on because it's pretty damn hot now where I live, and I'm just like boiling in just a pair of shorts and a t-shirt. I'm like, what is going on? Like, it's kind of hard to maintain focus when you're like uncomfortably warm. And you know me, just forgetting to do the elevator thing again. I just need to maintain focus. Like, I keep kind of zoning out in between phases and then just not doing what I need to do. Well, Spink, I used to do that every time. I totally get it. I used to just run up the stairs every time to do it, but I guess I'd rather be inconvenienced by an elevator than possibly take damage on the way to the fight. Okay. hell was that? I don't know that I've seen that animation. Is that a stagger? I didn't even know he did stagger. If there's anything I have noticed is that you need to stick near the pillars for this fight. This is an interesting move, but I'm going for an Ember solely because I'm hoping to come out by the skin of my teeth. Fucking horrible dodge. What are you doing? Are you throwing, sir? Good sir, are you throwing right now? Do you not want to win it? I don't know what the hell is going through my head right now. Mainly a looming sense of panic.
Dear brother.
I can see him move. How did I still get hit by that? Can you get closer? I dodged into him, man. Just bad leg. Use the pillar to my advantage. Attack. Heal and a sharpen behind the pillar. He waited. He actually waited to do that for me. Oh, I dodged into him again. God. Bad show. Jolly bad show. This again. Oh, I was getting cocky. I think I can finish him mid-fight. Just gotta breathe. Heal. Get some distance. There it is, right there. Yes! Yes! Woo! Let's fucking go, guys. I felt it. That's why I embered. I really only use the ember when I feel like I fucking got that. That's what it's all about. That's literally what it's all about. The whole thing, man. That's what it's for. The anger, frustration, it's all for that moment when you finally put all the pieces together, you realize what you've been doing wrong, and you make the run. Thank you so much, Spink, man. Thank you for sticking with me. That was so very satisfying. Oh my gosh. Like, I saw that, like, there were a couple moments where I'm, like, panically trying to just, like, get that attack to finish it off. And then I see that last opening, and when I finally clicked RB, and I see the sword connect with him, I just, oh my gosh, it was like an explosion. Wow. How invigorating. Thank you so much to everyone who's, stuck through and been a part of this stream. Thank you so much to the great Skippy the Bard for the donation at the beginning. Definitely started it off strong. I appreciate all the dialogue. It's been so much fun to talk to you guys. But yeah, I feel like that's a pretty natural conclusion point for this stream. The next one we'll be looking into the next. Actually, before I say that, let's go spend our souls at Firelink. But yeah, I think that man, it took about 2 hours, give or take. We did put a little bit of time in, so like when we went through the what's that place called? Let me quickly look at the bonfire before I forget. Like the first stream we went through Grand Archives, and then fought the Twin Princes a little bit. And yeah, it took about 2 hours this time to be able to finally put all the pieces together, but I'm just so proud of myself. I'm just so happy that you guys were able to be here with me. It's just been so much fun streaming, you know. And to be able to have some of the silly, crazy moments, like when the bosses just froze and decided they didn't want to target me at all. Like, I couldn't believe that. And like that got to happen on stream. Like, I don't know. I just can't believe that something like that crazy was able to be caught it live. But as always, thank you so much to everyone who stopped in throughout the stream. It's been a pleasure to be with you guys. Me and Dad will likely have a couple more things coming your way today. I'm not quite sure when those are gonna be, but be on the lookout. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you to all of our donators. You know, you guys really help drive our passion and make it so we feel like we can keep going. We have newfound motivation. So it's been a blast, guys. I look forward to more Dark Souls streams in the future. And yeah, be on the lookout for more content dropping soon. But as always, it's been Bray from the Vid-Bits. Peace.